Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Spoiler, shoots Clyde before he can give Chad answers about Abigail. At the Hernandez house, a shirtless Javi fields a barrage of work calls for Gabby, who is unavailable. When he's called out for lying about her whereabouts, he says, fine. She went with her ex-boyfriend to Vancouver to pose as her dead frenemy to find some crazy escaped convict. They don't believe him and hang up. As he returns to work, Carrie stops by with coffee. The phone continues ringing as Carrie asks for another date. Javi hangs up the phone and suggests they go on that date right now. After an emergency session with Marlena about Javi hooking up with Carrie, Leo comes to the pub, where the men banter over lunch. Leo approaches, assuming their date carried on from last night into the morning and afternoon. Not that it's his business, but Javi informs him they didn't go home together last night. He didn't want to make the same mistake he made with Leo, so they're taking it slow, for now. Leo tells Javi his shrink is helping him recover from ruining a really good thing. He'd like to report back that Javi isn't as angry with him anymore and has realized he has a good heart. And that I'm way more fun than this guy, Leo exclaims. Offended, Carrie insults Leo for running body and soul into the ground. Plus, viewers don't even need to watch since they can just get Lady W's spoilers. Leo informs him he's hired a PI to track the imposter down and heads to the bar. He rolls his eyes over the men's continued banter. On the phone in the square, Brady learns from Kristen that she changed his scheduled weekend plans with Rachel. Brady furiously hangs up as Ava approaches his table. He tells her Kristen is punishing him because she thinks he's interested in her. Ava scoffs at Kristen's delusions, but Brady doesn't think it's far-fetched to believe they would be attracted to each other. Ava concedes but points out their interactions have mostly been about Tate and Sophia. It's not like they have focused on getting to know each other. Maybe it's time we did, Brady suggests. Brady invites Ava to the Nutcracker, which he was going to take Rachel to before Kristen sabotaged his plans. He'll even splurge for dinner, and they don't have to talk about Tate or Sophia. But if she's scared of incurring Kristen's wrath, he'll understand. I don't scare easily, Ava assures him. It's a date. In Clyde's dingy apartment, JJ and Gabby get into the convict's laptop using Nancy as his password. An armed Clyde appears and grabs Gabby, threatening to teach them a lesson. JJ demands to know where his sister's body is. Clyde reminds him he's holding the cards, considering he has a gun on Gabby. JJ produces his own gun, calling his bluff. Clyde issues more threats, and JJ kicks his gun over to him. However, he covertly taps at his phone. In an office, Chad pretends to hold Kat at gunpoint and calls out for Clyde. An angular, middle-aged, blonde woman enters with her own gun. Mom, Kat exclaims. Katharina refuses to believe Kat's her daughter, so Kat explains she had plastic surgery after the car accident. Katharina scoffs. Clyde warned her Kat would say that. He gave her the gun because he wants them both dead. Gun drawn, Chad insists Kat is her daughter. Katharina desperately says she has to do everything that Clyde says. He's her friend and told her they're both bad people who want to hurt her. I have to do this, she says, trembling with the gun. Chad lunges for her. The gun goes off, but no one is hurt. Chad restrains Katharina as Kat tries to process the fact that her mom tried to kill her. Chad gets JJ's SOS text and gives Kat his gun so she can stay with her mother. He orders her not to let her out of her sight and leaves. Kat tries to get through to her mother, who remains defensive. Kat tears up as she recalls things from their past. Katharina relents. She can't believe she was going to hurt her. She asks Kat to untie her so she can hug her baby girl. When Kat complies, Katharina embraces Kat and swipes the gun from her waistband. I can't let that son of a bitch get away with this, she says and takes off. Kat leaves Chad a frantic voicemail, warning him her mother is on her way. At Clyde's place, Chad knocks the villain out from behind as he's about to shoot JJ. JJ and Gabby hold guns on Clyde as he wakes up to Chad's taunts about besting him. His games are over. Why don't you tell me what you did with Abby's body? Seeing as Chad won this round, Clyde says it's the least he can do. He'll tell him the truth about Abigail, but Chad won't like it. Abigail is. A gun goes off. Clyde flails back in a chair, and blood seeps through his shirt at his chest. JJ, Gabby, and Chad turn to see Katharina with her gun raised. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.